All right, Shalom. First, let's start by saying all praise to you, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles that we will, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is several wildfires break out across county, right? So this is gonna be some small, man. It ain't too serious. It's just the Lord just wreaking havoc all over the world. Um, and from reading this, no one has died. It's just a forest fire or wildfire. It says wildfires have broken out in several locations across the country during a day of dry and sunny weather. Chris Shortland, who was visiting family in Ulverston, Cumbria, said he was taking a leisurely walk along the beach at Walney Island at about 15:45 when he noticed flames and a large plume of smoke. 15:45 is military time. Slugging. Uh-oh. It says, let me Google it, see what 15:45 is. It's good to know military time, you know, everything that's going on in the world. You never know what situation you might be in, who you might be around. 15:45 is 3:45. That's what you call a 24-hour clock. It says when he noticed flames and a large plume of smoke, Wilding Fire Station issued a statement reporting the blaze was brought under control in about 2 hours, but small hot spots remained. It says witnesses also reported fires in locations further up the coast, including ones between Whitehaven and Sellafield, which disrupted train services on the coast rail line between Carlisle and Barrow. Now, this is located in England, by the way. I'm going to bring that information up in a second, too. It says Mr. Shortland said the wildfire he encountered was in the grass and gorse at the back of a golf club, and several fire engines had been present. It looked like a large smoke plume which was heading out to sea. He said it spread it rather quickly. You know who'll be at them golf clubs, them Edomites. So the Lord more than likely shut that shit down. It says Yvonne Hayes said, because y'all crackers, Edomites got to get ready for slavery, man. Y'all world is coming to an end. It says Yvonne Hayes said she saw a wildfire close to the rail line at Nethertown, a small village on the Irish Sea coast. Another resident who wished to remain anonymous also described seeing a fire in the same location while pictures showed several separate plumes of smoke on the coastline. Fires were also spotted close to the coastal village of St. Bees. Cumbria Fire and Rescue Services issued a plea earlier this week urging visitors to the Lake District to act responsibly to cut the risk of wildfires. Fire Prevention Officer Andrew Lowe said there were a number of ways the public could help. Don't discard rubbish such as plastic or glass that may reflect light and could cause fires, he said. Right. So, before I get to this, where it's located at, let me show you some pictures real fast. Oh, open this up. Overstood. on the map. It's good to know these land areas, ancient times and these times. Hold on, Slocky. Northern Ireland, you just look at the United Kingdom, Scotland at the top, Quebec, or Greenland, North America, Europe. Alright, moved it over a little bit, it's all good. Y'all got the picture. Town in England, Overston. Cumbria is a ceremonial county, it said. But it says Overston is a market town. Market town is a settlement most common in Europe that obtained by custom or royal charter in the Middle Ages a market right, which allowed it to host a regular market. This distinguishes it from a village or city. So, all right. It says in civil parish in Westmoreland and Furness, Cambria, England. Historically, in Lancashire, it lies a few miles south of the Lake District National Park and just northwest of Morecambe Bay. Within the Furness Peninsula, Lancaster is 39 miles, which is 63 kilometers to the east. Barrow and Furness 10 miles, which is 16 kilometers to the southwest, and Kendall 25 miles, which is 40 kilometers to the northeast. It says in the 2001 census, the parish had a population of 11,524, increasing at the 2011 census to 11,678. Right. So I'm going to probably to just let you brothers and sisters know. But yeah, these lands we gonna inherit these. We're gonna inherit the world as well as other planets. It's like bear with me. Yeah, so you when you looking at these maps, just know you're gonna inherit these places, and you see these houses. That's what I meant to show you, brothers and sisters. Get this in your mind, 'cause you can take over the world and know what what you're gonna be looking at. You know, the power and everything, and it's not nothing that's I mean, it's good to do it, but take your business like that. These places, I think that's good enough. Yeah, that's Nimrod penis is gonna be knocked down. Cracking sections. Uh, these statues gonna be knocked down for the kingdom of heaven. Y'all, yeah, take all this down. These buildings. If I'm not mistaken, scripture said you can only go up 2 stories. I have to find it, and that's what I've been looking for. So if anybody that just find it, that's you can put it under the in the comment section. But this is the quickest way that you might be able to find it. 613 commandments Wikipedia, and they actually give you. Let me show you the commandments. Yeah, so I'm still gonna be looking y'all until I'll be able to put up a lesson on this. The 613 commandments that we had to follow, that we have to, I mean, to the best of our ability, that we have to follow. The law is going to be implemented in the kingdom of heaven, and it's going to be under the new covenant, though. And the laws and stuff gonna be put in our inward parts, so we're gonna be perfect. We're gonna make sure the heathen follow the laws though and beat their ass when they don't. So yeah, all these Edomites, 11,000 people that's gonna be there. If any of them alive, um, because a lot of these guys might, women might be sent off to war, and a lot of these women gonna be slaves. The rest of them gonna be slaves and concubines. And yeah, even that little girl, the kingdom of heaven wants a woman that's past her virginity. A young girl past virginity, she becomes a woman, and therefore she can bear children and have sex. So all the law will be implemented. Don't nobody want no used up uh woman. Yeah, all this shit gonna be knocked down. Cave City is over with. All the temples with their idols and stuff. That's all gonna be done away with. That's the coat of arms. So let me see if I can get a little bit more out of it. To probably put this stuff that happened down there. Governance. Okay, yeah, I'll read just a little bit more. History. The name Ulverston, first noted as Ullerston in the Domesday Book of 1086, consisted of, and we in look the Domesday Book. We coming into what they would call Doomsday. Let me see what it say. Doomsday is a manuscript record, the Great Survey of much of England and parts of Wales, completed in 1086 at the behest of William the Conqueror. Now Jake was in power during these times. Esau uh, was in captivity. I mean, serfs. So like this is during the time of the bottomless pit. Esau didn't come back out until around 1453. Or fully come back until like around 1453. But yeah, that's a conversation for another day. They got our people looking like them, and that's some history and things that you have to study and know who your people were. Esau didn't change the history. So it says the manuscript was originally known by the Latin name Liber de Wintonia. That's what it look like, meaning Book of Winchester. Where it was originally kept in the royal treasury. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle states that in 1085 the king sent his agents to survey every shire in England to list its holdings and dues owed. Okay, now I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, this will be some conversation for another day. But yeah, so um, it says Domesday Book of 1086 consists of an Old Norse personal name, Ufar, or the Old English Wolfir, with the Old English meaning farmstead or village. Okay, so the personal names Ofar and Wolfir both imply wolf warrior or wolf army, which explains the presence of a wolf on the town's coat of arms. It says the loss of the initial W in warfare can be linked to Scandinavian influence in the region. Locally, the town has traditionally been known as Ostend. Other variants include Alustanam. It says in Alurstan. It says the name was spelled Overstein until at least 1888. The market charter granted in 1280 by Edward was for a market on Thursdays. Well, that's all good. I ain't got any people all looking to this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the place that it happened at. Uh, or at least one of the places that happened at. Y'all can Google the rest. So, let's see. Let's start with this preset. This is Luke chapter 12 verse 49, and this is hold on. Luke chapter 12 verse 49. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, "I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?" Right. So the Lord is sending fire on this earth. It's coming to send fire on the earth by way of what? The nuclear missiles. You don't have a lot of fires and things that's going to be happening from all the riots and seditions of the people. Now, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of it's gonna take place over here, but it's a lot of it. It's gonna happen over here in America, and you see it's happening all over in the Middle East with all this war and things going on. It might even hit this little small town, you know. But this is prophecy. The second Advent chapter 15. The foundation of it shall be. Slack, but I want to see something really fast. Sovereign state. All right, never mind. This second Advent chapter 15, verse 14, it says, "Woe, meaning destruction to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." That's nuclear missiles. "And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. right? And this is a lot of this going to really happen. Well, it's already happening around the world, a lot of places, but it's going to happen over here in America. For there shall be sedition among men. That means they're going to be rising up against their government and invading one another, home invasions. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Their kings represents their presidents, and their princes represents their government officials. The kings can even represent the elites. You know, the elites are over in Britain, but a lot of them elites gonna be protected, so they can go on slavery first. But with that being said, a lot of these places are going to eventually be in the uproar. The U.S. dollar is going to collapse, and the U.S. dollar was a lot of nations are breaking off from the U.S. dollar too, though. So you got to consider that. But a lot of these little small towns, even across seas, outside of what's going on up in the Middle East, as far as Iran and that little small area, a lot of these other areas are being going to be affected about behind this war and things of that nature too. So just be on the lookout for it because it's hot. It's hot around Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bahrain, Yemen. It's hot. It's hot over there in them areas. But this is prophecy, and the Lord basically said the world gonna be affected. So these little towns eventually might get this same prophecy. Even though a lot of these see, it's gonna be different things. There's gonna be different things happening all over the world. See, a lot of these cities might not be in uproar. Some of these cities might be on fire. Some of these cities might be locked down, whether through militia, quarantine, or just be locked down by a police force for protection and whatnot. So, you know, just keep that in mind. It says, Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten. Egypt shall mourn. So I can jump back up to the next part. It says, 715 and 15, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right, swords in their hands. That's killing each other with weaponry. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Like I was just saying, the city's gonna be cut off and stuff. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yep. So this is happen. This is gonna happen in America, but it's happening around the world also. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Right, people gonna run in your house with weapons and spoil their goods. They're gonna take your whatever they need, necessities and things like that, food, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right. So yeah, this Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. It says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, black slaves, Native Americans, and set them in their own land. Right, we going back to the land of Israel. After the land of Israel is destroyed, uh, by thermonuclear missiles, it's going to be built back up by who? Our slaves. Well, our slaves, these Edomites that live in these little towns, all you motherfuckers gonna be to work in them days, you know. And those of our people that's amongst y'all will come back unto us. It says, Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them and bring them. Oops, slacking. I'm gonna start over because I lost my train of thought. Slacking, forgive me. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14:1, it says, "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them." Strangers are our people, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, right? That's you, the heathen nations, including this list, small city. It's not going to be exempt. It says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, right? We were slaves under the white people. So now they have to go in slavery. And they shall rule over their oppressors, right? We're going to rule over you people. We're going to have y'all in captivity. That means y'all lands is going to become our lands, man. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me get who strangers is real fast. This is First Peter chapter 1, verse 1. Peter, an apostle of Yahushua, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. See, our people were scattered back in them times, you know, and Peter was writing a letter unto them. Our people are scattered now today. These videos that we're putting up are letters. Elect. Elect means the chosen, according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua. Grace unto you and peace be multiplied. All right, so okay, hold on. Bear with me. Okay, it's all good. So, with that being said, call Lord Yahweh by Shemel Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that were well. Salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.